Yo, what is up guys? It is Samool back again with another Epic 7 treasure pool video for you guys today. And today we're going to be talking about Alencia, as well as her artifact Alencia Nox's Wrath, and if they are worth pulling for or purchasing from the Powder of Knowledge shop. That being said, Alencia's banner will be running for only a week. She is a non-limited unit and a non-collab unit, so she will only be running for 7 days. Now, Alencia, guys, she's a very powerful PvP unit, not as strong as she used to be right after her buffs, but she's still a very powerful bruiser because of the fact that she can apply injuries very easily if you put her on injury set, and also because she has high damage potential in her S1, which has a chance to defense break, and then into her S2, which is an extra attack. Now, if you guys don't know what her skills do, let's actually talk about her skills really quickly so you guys can kind of understand why she is super strong in PvP. So for her S3, guys, it is an AoE attack that has a full strip on all characters and also will give your entire team defense buff for 2 turns. This will also CR push herself by 50% and she will do more damage proportional to her own max HP. Next, we have her S2. This is a passive effect. At the start of her turn, she'll have a 100% chance to grant herself Mind's Eye for 1 turn. If you have Unbuffable on yourself, you will not be able to apply this, so keep that in mind. And when you do have Mind's Eye, you'll actually activate your secondary attack Trample after using your S1. And Trample is a single target attack that inflicts injuries and will also deal more damage proportional to your caster's max HP, which is Alencia. And the injury will scale with the amount of damage that you actually apply with this. Next, we have our S1, guys, single target attack with a defense break built in. You can actually soul burn this to make this a 100% chance, and you'll also deal extra damage proportional to your own HP. Now, this will also give you HP back, kind of like lifesteal set from your S1 if you have her on that exclusive equipment. The other ones will give you either, more damage on her S2 or higher effectiveness on her S3 afterwards. So, pretty strong unit overall, not as strong as she used to be like I said, but still a very good RTA World Arena unit, and you can use her on offense teams. Pretty strong, but the downside is she's very hard to gear. Because she is a bruiser unit, you actually need a lot of stats. First off, she needs very high HP, at least 20,000, so you can actually do damage while being tanky enough to survive. You also want her speed to be at least at 200 so she can actually cycle and take turns, and you also want 100% crit chance and 250% crit damage if you can. Now, this is all on speed set and pen set, guys. If you run her on injury set and pen set, which is also a common build, you can actually drop her speed by about 20 points. Now, because her exclusive equipment actually gives you critical hit chance, it will actually be a lot easier to hit those benchmarks, but still you'll find yourself having a hard time building her until you have really decent gear. And because she's pretty much all single target from her S1 and S2, you kind of need pen set on her to do a lot of damage. Without pen set, you'll notice that your damage is pretty low, but if you don't have pen set, you can actually use critical hit chance set and it should be okay. But keep in mind, pen set is very powerful on her. Now, pretty decent unit, guys. You won't really use her in PvE, but for PvP, definitely powerful. Is she worth pulling for? I personally think if you don't have Alencia and you're lacking a lot of bruisers, she's very good. If you have units that are already kind of bruiser-like Shu and stuff like that, you probably don't need her as much. She's not as strong as before, especially because we have units like Lionheart Sermia in the meta and stuff like that, and the fact that she's pretty weak to cleave and getting speed contested, right? Alencia is not as strong as before, so you definitely don't need to pull her right now, and you can actually kind of skip on her. But if you like to play World Arena a lot, she's a very good secondary option to have as a bruiser. She's a good pick into Apocalypse Ravi and stuff like that, as well as Shu. Now, for PvE, like I said, not really much use. If you're new to the game, you definitely don't need to pull her, especially because she's available from the Season 2 Selective Summon, and you can actually pull for her there for free if you get lucky enough to pull for her. That's pretty much it for Alencia, guys. Now let's talk about her artifacts. Her artifact, guys, Alencia Nox's Wrath. You're not going to really use this on her. You're going to see from usage statistics, it'll be mostly used on her, right? But actually, the best artifact on Alencia is not actually this one. It is going to be a limited artifact from the Luna banner, and that artifact is going to be Draco Plate. The crit damage is just a lot more powerful, and the fact that you take less damage is very good. Alencia Nox's Wrath, although it gives you crit chance, which will make her easier to gear, honestly, and even though it gives you CR after you activate your S2 on your trample ability from Alencia, it's not as good as Draco Plate. The extra damage from Draco Plate is just a lot better because of the fact that Alencia kind of works as a single target nuker. If you land that defense break on a squishy unit and then you activate your S2 right after, you're pretty much going to one-shot almost every squishy unit in the game. If you do it on a bruiser, you'll get them down to less than half. So very powerful damage dealing unit that is super powerful. I think Lennox's Wrath, guys, definitely an easy skip. You're way better off using other artifacts on her. Even if you don't have Draco Plate, there's other better options like Portrait of... even if you don't have Draco Plate, guys, there's a lot better options out there, right? I even recommend, stuff that makes her even tankier. Even Durandal's okay. Even Sigurd's Scythe can be okay. Even POS is okay as well. Even, like, Symbol of Unity and stuff like that. Just anything that can increase your damage will be a lot better. I think Lennox's Wrath is not that good of an artifact. That being said, pretty much it for this video though, guys. Alencia, definitely a powerful PvP unit. You definitely want to pick her up if you like to play PvP, especially if you don't have a lot of bruisers. Like I said, she's a very good answer into the meta units like Apocalypse, Ravi, and Shu. PvE, not that much usage though, and she is hard to gear, so if you're new to the game, you can skip on her. You always have a chance to pull on her later on, but for now, as a newer player, I definitely recommend skipping her. This is mostly going to be for late game PvP players. Artifact, guys, pretty trash. Definitely skip this. Not really used on that many units. So I definitely recommend just skipping for this artifact and saving your powder for a different one. If you do end up pulling this artifact, though, I definitely recommend keeping it because, it's still okay. There's just better options out there. And you can even use this on Alencia if you need that crit chance as well. That being said, that's pretty much it for the Shujuu video, though, guys. Hope you guys found this video helpful, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.